Hey, party people, we are live. We are live. Welcome in. Again, for those of you who are on the replay and you're catching us over on Facebook and YouTube, welcome. Hashtag replay. Let me know that you are there so I can, of course, circle back and look at your comments and answer any questions that you may have. So, welcome on tonight, everyone, and welcome on. You already know the deal. I am just still giving all the things connected. So, give me a minute here. Perfect. Got that on. Let's make sure I see you guys' chat over here. Hey, TikTok people, how's it going? Hey, Ty, how's it going? Welcome. Welcome. Let's see. TikTok is not, not open. Uh, what we got going on over here? What we got going on over here, TikTok? Because we not have to play these games. There we go. Okay, perfect. Looks like TikTok chat is opening. Hey, everybody. People on Facebook, people on YouTube. Let's see who we got over here. We have Real Adult over on TikTok, Tony Knox in TikTok, Connie, and Cindy. Welcome in as well. You all know I got my little intro music going. This just gives me time to get set up and do some things, welcomes and all that kind of stuff. What am I missing? Something. Um, Facebook. I can see our questions. There we go. All right. I think I got it. Okay, let's go ahead and get this bad boy started. Hey, everybody, welcome in. I appreciate you guys. If you're over on TikTok, I appreciate you love liking the live, sharing the live, comments the live. Right? Let other people know that we over here doing stuff and talking about things. Everybody else, hey, over there on this camera is Facebook. Okay, I keep switching around. Right? Welcome, everybody. Let me know who you guys are if you're on Facebook or TikTok. Let's show that people there that who you are. So we got to do that right now. But hey, you guys, if you are new here, welcome. If you are returning notary, buddy, welcome. If you have no idea what a notary is, welcome to you as well. For those of you guys who don't know my name is Wharf, I am with the Notary Know-How Georgia. I create a space where my notary buddies can get together. We can learn, we can grow, we can share the best practices in this business. Because guess what? No business is easy, right, at all. And the more you bring people together, the better your chances are of succeeding. If they openly share, that's what we do here, y'all. We openly share. We don't gatekeep, whatever. We don't do none of that. So again, this is a place you can ask the questions. Feel safe to ask the questions. The only question that's going to be a dumb question is a question that you never answer. Guess what? Somebody else has that question too. So anyway, I just welcome you guys to live. Let's go ahead and get this kicked off. We have some KP in the background here, can't do vocals, but so that's just in the beginning, so we can get this kicked off. A few things. I got some more time to do some. Let's start the music. I have time to do some housekeeping things. So for those of you guys that are on both TikTok, see this right here? Underneath this free notary community. So I do have a free notary buddy community. This is open to all my notary buddies across the nation. So if you're on the East Coast, the West Coast, the North, the 30 South, you are welcome in the group. It is absolutely free. There is no charge for it. So how do you join? If you're on TikTok, go to this little right there. See, there's a little picture of my logo. What's that logo? Click on it. Click on it again when it opens up this bottom half of the screen. It'll take you to my profile. Just click the link in my bio. That's all you gotta do. Click the link in my bio, update it so it is the only link in my bio right now. So click on it, answer 3 questions, it'll get into the notified community. Everybody else, YouTube and Facebook, I already have any comments for you guys. Just go ahead and click that link that is tagged in the comment, or pinned, I should say, in the comment. But apart from that, let's go ahead. I think I covered all the things. Things. Okay, YouTube, I got you. Facebook, I'm going to see you guys. But let's do some more welcomes. I got another like 40 seconds. So let's do it. Who got over here on TikTok? Elsa, how's it going? Ashley, the Notary Lioness, how's it going, sis? The first time. Welcome over to the live. Ashley, I did see you this time. How's it going? Miss Whisper, hey, how's it going? Like, let me say hi to some of y'all physically on this. Top the hi button. I do see a question here for the first time. Just had my first notary last week, trying to get more clients. Georgia, I got you. I will circle back to your question. Music about to be over with the help with the welcomes. Hey, Natasha, welcome in. Lady Glam, forever welcome in. Let's see who else we got. Danielle, welcome in, sis. Danielle, welcome back tonight. Welcome back. All right, I think we got all enough of the welcome stuff right now. Let's go ahead and switch to music. Got to put our normal background, quiet background on, right? Let's go ahead and get that going so we can get into this combo. And that, of course, is way lower than all the other stuff. Let's do some sound adjusting. All right. So for those of you on TikTok, you may not have seen the topic tonight, but over on YouTube and Facebook, you guys should see it in the description. We are going to be loosely talking about the basics, like how strong is your foundation? Uh-oh. Facebook. Sorry, I still don't see y'all. There we go. Now I see Facebook. So we're going to be talking about the foundations. How strong is your foundations? Because in this business, in the way that it's trending right now, we got to get back to the basics, right? Everybody wants the next big thing, want to know how to offer the next big service. The biggest service. Get out. No bless you, just get out. How dare you sit in the middle of my life? Just get out the house. Anyway, that's the y'all. So when we're looking at this business, something that we do need to do is go back to the basics, right? To start building a stronger foundation. Because I promise you that the way when things start slowing down, when things start getting shaken up, when the rules change on us, the way that you make it through is by relying upon your foundation, your network, and that bad boy got to be strong and you got to be steady, right? So that's just something we're going to be talking about. Because the reason I say I promise you, because look, I done lost it. I done built a business. I have a business. I had a great business, and I lost it all because my foundation was weak as hell. So I don't want that to happen to my notary buddies. And especially to me in this business, things are shaky, right? I ain't trying to scare nobody. If you knew, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just being for real. I ain't about to tell you about to go out there and make 10 grand tomorrow. And you're not going to do it. On a more positive note, what? They are, I know they, because I haven't heard you. Hold on, guys, hold on. Here we go. Yeah, so I just want to let you guys know the truth and all, especially for my new notary buddies that's starting the business right now. Let's get y'all starting on a solid note and, not keep encouraging you to buy shit. Let's get you solid in your business, and then you can buy stuff, right? Stop rolling to all these courses, y'all. I'm saying education is not needed. It is needed. But I need you to solidify your business. Because I don't see enough of my notary buddies talking about the business foundations. All they're talking about is the next great course, the next great service, the next great offering. If you build a business on the next great thing, you always have to come up with the next great thing. You never can stop. Whereas you build a business on a solid foundation, you can rely on your foundation to make you money, to build your clientele. And then once that's stable, you can start branching off slowly, right? Because this is one thing I'm getting back to studying the people that actually made money, right? And to make me money. And here's one thing that I keep being reminded of. Why I'm not. Look, let me. I'm not saying don't diversify. I'm not. But this is the thing. If you have something in your business, if you're working towards something, and that one thing is making you money, and then you decide to add something else because you're bored, right? We do that all the time as entrepreneurs. We get bored so quick, right? We get bored so fast, and we want to add so many things. That's why all these services are birthed and under the notary umbrella, if you will, because that's the phrase that's going out there. We have all these services under the notary umbrella, which is fine. It really is. I'm not telling you not to do it. I'm just saying maybe not do it just yet, right? Maybe not do it just yet. And this is the thing. I speak all about notary and apostille because that's all I do. Maybe I'm wrong for you in your business, your situation. Maybe you do need to focus on, let's say, for instance, inspections in apostille because your market is not strong enough to, carry you as a notary. Maybe you need to just focus on apostilles and fingerprinting because maybe your market is not strong enough for notary and also, oh my gosh, what's the word? I just said inspections, right? maybe there's different things. And I'm not a fool to say don't do any of it. You just got to figure out what's right for you and what works for your business. And also your market plays a huge role into that. But all right, I think I got that introduction. Well, that was a long introduction. But now that we got it, so y'all know what we're trying to talk about. We're going to talk about basics. My dog almost life. We're going to just talking again about the basics, as I said, and that foundation, growing that business. We're focusing on business growth and stabilization. Enough with the courses. Enough. I got some free ones for y'all. I'm messing with you. But let's go back. I did see questions before I started. So let me just go ahead and make sure I circle back and answer those. Facebook, y'all good over there? Looks like I've seen questions. Same for the tubes. Y'all good over there? But over here on TikTok, let me zoom in. We have Ashley just saying hi to everyone. Unfortunately, did see it. And tonight, if people want to come up, we can have a conversation. I can turn the background music off and we can talk, right? We can do, let's do a little bit more of it as well. I know y'all come here to look at my face. I don't know why, but I appreciate it. The first time adult. Now I can read that. Ask the question in the very beginning. Here for the first time, ask the question as statement. Here for the first time, welcome, congratulations. Just had my first notary, I'm going to fill that in with notary appointment last week, trying to get our clients, Atlanta, Georgia. Let me ask you this. Let me know what your name is, because I just can only see handles, right? When you say Atlanta, Georgia, I'm in Georgia, right? I'm in the metro. I'm specifically in the city of Suwannee in Gwinnett County. So are you legitly inside Atlanta, like Atlanta proper? Okay, Miss Lakeisha. Are you in the metro, right? Because that's going to be a difference. You gotta tell me what you're like, city. We got literally hundreds of thousands, 300, 400, 500, 600,000 people in the city. Right? Ain't nobody gonna follow their promise. If they do, call me, and I'm gonna call somebody else. Okay, so you are exactly in Atlanta. You know what I'm talking about. People tell me, I'm in Atlanta. 45 minutes from Atlanta. But okay, you're officially in Atlanta. So this, like I said, things are gonna be a little bit different for me versus when I speak and versus you and your business, right? So for you in Atlanta, I feel from what I see in my notary buddies that are out there in Atlanta, there is, there's just a ton of notaries everywhere. But for you guys, there seems to be far more work than there is for me out here in the boonies, if you will. You traveled to Tyrone for that one. Got it. There seems to be more work in the city of Atlanta, but however, there's far more competition in the city of Atlanta as well, right? So we have to balance that. So the first thing I'm going to talk about, since we're talking about basics, right? So I know you just had your first appointment last week, and if you don't mind, I know I'm asking you to type a lot. So I'm gonna ask questions first, and you can answer them all at your leisure, your leisure, whatever it is. What appointment was general notary work? Were you assisting in real estate? Like what kind of appointment was? Hey, Wisconsin, how's it going? And also, was it something? How did you find it? Was it, if it was general notary work, did they find you on Google, Facebook, or if it was through another party that connected you there? Real simple. Okay, perfect. And how? I know you're probably typing it for me, but how they find you? Through a signing service, or was it off of Google or your direct? And once you let me know that, I can highlight the question where we were. And Miss Natasha, you got anything you want to talk about today? I'm just getting caught up over here on the questions. All right. So assignment. Okay, perfect. Got it. So there's more questions. That's enough for us to work with right now, right? So for you to get more business, then let's talk about both the routes, right? Let's talk about both the routes. So if your website such as possible comes to not to do it on this order. Oh, okay, Miss Ford, I see your question. We broke down to two. I will get to that. I'll tell you the reason behind it. Did you text me earlier? I think I saw you. I was out running around like a chicken for a little bit. But I think you did text me earlier. I will get. But if that was you that texted me, then we'll talk about it. But let me start. Get back up to the first. You told me your name. Let me this is Keisha. So in Atlanta, when it comes to your business, if you're going to be doing, let's go two different routes. That's where I was. So if you're going to be doing the route where like you're relying upon other entities to send you business, one thing I can say, this is not my forte. Like for instance, Wisconsin is on here. Wisconsin, oh, her links are updated. I will make sure I share them with you guys over that page. Wisconsin has an amazing training if you're looking for more business, right? Like, hey, let me help you uh, build out your profile so that when people have when somebody sends out a request, right? Perfect. Wisconsin's is sending me the information now. So when people send out a request and you say, hey, I'm available if you're going that app route, right? They can see your profile. Wisconsin has an amazing training, free, by the way, that she will help you build out, she will direct you on building out your profile. That way that you can get that done, right? Okay, you're on SnapDocs and you knew exactly what I was saying. Good. Exactly what I was saying. So she will help you make sure that works, right? So that's one thing. However, for me, for us here in Georgia, because of the shift that has happened, that is happening, see people praising this awesome training. It's good. They're singing her praises. Her stuff is amazing. So, with the things that are happening for us in Georgia, I do tell people to start building. I know you said this is your first one. To start building your business off of what's called general notary work. So that's when somebody finds you on Google. So Google Business Profile, right? Create a Google Business Profile. They find you on Google. They see you on social media if you're a social media person. They see you on LinkedIn, Nextdoor, all these apps. I don't do all of them. I'm just saying these are options. They see you on there, they call you, and then they request your services. That is where I think is going to be more and most lucrative for us here in Georgia. Yes, we're going through a debate right now about system of real estate transactions and what it needs to look like here in Georgia and all this kind of stuff. We'll talk about red tape after I have my official calls. Because I want them to clean up the language and they refuse to. So I'm like, well, I want to operate the way I'm operating. Like, it's legally okay. But I would highly say look at Google Business Profile to start getting general notary work, to start getting people to turn specialty notary work. That way, you start marketing yourself. Right? If you're on Google Business Profile, the best way for me to tell if a person needs to see it, you check mine out. Google Business or Google Business Profile. Gen Mobile Notary. Google me Gen Mobile Notary in Swanee, so you can find. I mean, it can be my face on there, right? But look at my Google Business Profile and see exactly how I modeled it and just copy it, right? Change things for you. I know that you may be a little bit newer, right? So there may be things that I offer and things that I say that you're not okay on, you're not familiar with. This will slowly become your best friend. I don't know what level of training you've taken, but again, we're talking about building the basis of your business. Apart from educating, you got to get educated. I talked about that earlier in one of the videos. I'm trying to take education out of it right now. It's extremely important. I just need people to business basics. So once you get that Google Business Profile, you're going to start focusing on marketing, right? You can either, depends on your personality type, just do a video on this as well. Are you going to be marketing to people person? Are you okay handing out flyers? Are you okay going to facilities that name notary services and introducing yourself? All of us are. And I know people are like, oh, you need to get over it. You do, but it's like we live. The amazing thing is we live in such an amazing world right now where technology is awesome. You can still grow and build your business. It may not be nearly as fast or it may not be nearly as lucrative, but you can still grow your business behind a computer. You just got to go out there and sling that stamp. You got to do that, right? Hey, I think I appreciate whatever just happened on Facebook. I've never seen that before. It's like a thing that's happening on TikTok. But anyway, you still got to go out there and say, okay, so you're an introvert. Got it. Got it. I am, if we go by like extrovert, introvert, things like that, I am, it sounds like it's crazy, but I think by default, I'm an introvert. However, I am very extroverted when it comes to, if it's planned, let's say it that way. If somebody is like, hey, I'll be over and I'm coming over tomorrow by 7 o'clock, hey, cool, fine. Somebody called me and said, hey, I'm not doing absolutely nothing. They say, yeah, I'll be there in 5 minutes. I don't like it, I don't want to do it. But if it's a planned event, I can show up. Like for you guys, I have to start doing a consistent time because I know at 7:15 I got to get ready to show up to you guys for 7:30, right? I can do that. If I'm going to events, people will never know that I'm introverted. But if that event's a 3-day event, day two I hit my limit. I'm like, day two, don't talk to me. Day three, I might not even show up. I Zoom, like, why I gotta leave again, right? And that's how I am. So I'm building my business around that for me, right? So you get exactly what I'm talking about. You're like, exactly. So building my business around that mode of operating for me. And some people are like, oh, you can't do that as a notary. Yeah, we do not have ROM here in Georgia. We don't. So I still have to go out and see people. I still get those last minute phone calls like, hey, can you meet me in 10 minutes? I'm like, I sure can, because I understand business, right? I understand how this business works. So anyway, start marketing yourself like that. If you're not the personal person that want to go out and hand out flyers, you still get some business cards. And when you out and about, thank you, Miss Constance agrees. She's like, sure. It's like same. She is the most outgoing introvert. So y'all get me. I feel seen. I feel seen. Oh, I feel seen. So anyway, you can still like grow and market your business online. You just have to take a different approach. See that talked about it a lot because I'm a system person. I wouldn't say I'm a techie person, but I'm a systems person. So that it's easy for me. Right? It's easy for me to start building my business behind the scenes. However, I know what you're saying. You are an introvert. You don't want to really do like the outspoken stuff. But there's some things. Watch my other videos that I posted today on the Ticking Talks, and some of them are coming. They're my drafts. I just have to publish them one today. I'm not trying to do 5 videos a day. But when you start doing notarizations, you ideally I recommend you have a notary journal. Please look at our Georgia laws because the rules for notary journals has changed. So please look at that. Make sure you're familiar with it, and then start using this as marketing for reals. Since you're an introvert person, this is what I like to do. I tell you, oh, right here. See these? Same ones. I still haven't sent them out yet. There are 50 envelopes in here. These envelopes, these are past clients. I'm straight from this book. People that I've done notarization. I'm just sending them a quick thank you card. I appreciate you helping me build my notary business, blah, 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 blah. I'd love a referral. You know, I took care of you amazingly, and I will take care of them just as well. Right? There's different things that we can do. And I only come to them once. I went notarize their stuff. So hopefully that helped. I'm going to move on just a little bit, just so we can get through a few more tonight. But hopefully that helped, right? And I want to say a lot more. I want to say a lot more. I've been told that it's like drinking from 3 fire hoses when I do these live. I'm trying to bring it down. I'm trying to bring it back a little bit. But yeah, we can talk about this all day. I love this kind of stuff because I got to go back to the basics too. Like I'm looking at the market, I'm seeing the shift that's happening. I'm not the smartest tool in the thing. I just when I sit back and observe, I'm like, okay, this is what's happening. A lot of notaries are seeing this. What people say versus what actually is happening are two different things, right? So I'm observing the market. I'm like, hey, this is really happening, and so I have to adjust accordingly. And for me, I'm still sitting there on my computer. Okay, let's get to some more of these ones. Grand View is real simple. Okay, Miss Porter asked, make sure I'm not leaving Facebook out. Miss Porter asked, y'all on Facebook, let me know who you are, because I'm on the different stuff, so I can't see who you are. Miss Porter asked, she has a question for me on apostilles about my website, and the thoughts were about posting the prices on your website. She was recommended not to do it. That's a everlasting debate. Honestly, I got booted. You got booted from what, Dean? Is Facebook being weird over there again? Whenever if they go down, I just leave it down at this point because this annoying. This like it's really difficult to try to fix midstream. But Miss Porter, oh, so that's gonna be a conversation never ending. In this space, people will agree, people will disagree. I run my business like I'm not saying this to say that people are wrong. What do you stand for in business? Let's start there, right? Like you know how people are like, oh, what's your mission statement? What do you believe in your business? I think that will dictate a lot of your choices and decisions. Hey, Melissa, how's it going out there in Tampa Bay Area? So how do you, what's your mission statement in your business? I'm going to use that because that's terms that people, if you've never heard it, it's like, what does your business stand for, right? For me and my business, I built my business and this platform that I'm on with you guys on honesty, integrity, and transparency, right? That's what my business stands for. And for me, again, since transparency is the top 3 things that I stand for, that's why my prices are on my website. Not saying that other people are not transparent. I'm going to be honest with you. I'll tell you my other. This is why I think so as well. But I'm trying to be nice in the beginning. Then we'll get to the Raggedy Ann part, right? I drink my tea. My throat. That's some good stuff. Good stuff. Yes, I get the little bitty cups. Y'all see these little bitty cups? I ain't got time to give them a fortune. I don't. I'll tell you my secret about it. But anyway, that's so good for the soul. But when it comes to, again, being transparent in my business, that's why I put my prices. That's 100% why I do it. This is what people will say. We'll talk about 3 different aspects of it. That's why I do it. This is what people tell you. It depends. It does depend. It does depend. I'm not gonna lie. Like when people see my prices on my website, I need to do better at putting a little star asterisk by it. That's a starting at, right? That's a starting at price. So people at least know what ballpark I'm in. So when they see my price, no, when people say it depends, never put their prices online because it depends. They may need this, they may need that, they may need all of these kind of things. I 100% agree. And yes, it does add up the cost. So I'm agreeing with people on there. Now let's quickly get to the third thing. People highly disagree with me on this, but it depends because they don't know their business. I don't care how much they say they do not know the absolute hard costs in their business because if they did, they can create legit pricing. Wisconsin is on Wisconsin. If you're out there acquiring new title companies, attorneys to work with, she's a signing service owner, by the way, you guys. I will update the links to the Notary Buddy community because she is one of, since she was a guest on our live last week, was it? Last week or week last week, she has a special little tag. She will have a special tag in our community under the resources from others. Now I'll make sure I load up all her resources there that we were giving out and all that links and all that kind of stuff, right? But if Ms. constantly marketing to businesses or like title companies and saying, hey, we can do this. Y'all, all this is where real estate transaction, if you're a loan sign agent, y'all see it right on the CD, right? We see the amounts. We not blind. We see what people get paid. So if she markets to them and they're like, oh yeah, we're planning on sending you X amount of business. And then she says, they're like, hey, what's your pricing structure? She said, it depends. I think that somebody's gonna like do business with somebody that literally answers it depends. No, I don't. I mean, I don't know Wisconsin's business structure. And I don't pretend to know, but I'm pretty sure she has a pricing structure. I'm pretty sure it's like if it's this kind of thing, is this. If it's this, is this. If it's that, is that. Right? And so this is why this again. That's one of the things I said. I'll be nice first, and then I'll get to the Raggedy Ann part. This is the Raggedy Ann part. They don't know their business. They don't know how much money it takes per transaction to be profitable. That's why people tell you not to put your prices online. They don't know. Like that's the legit thing. They don't know. Depends on what their bank account looks like. It depends on the mood they're in. That dictates their pricing, and that's not cool. Raggedy, I should call it Raggedy Andy. Yeah, there you go. That's the Raggedy Andy side of it, right? I just have to be honest with you. That's my belief. You can disagree with me. That's 100% okay. But being in business for so long and other people that operate at high levels, if y'all went into W Star right now, our daughter, our son calls it W Star. Anyway, our off spawn, whatever you call it. I can't say what I really call it. Used to call it W Star. If you go into a Walmart right now and you notice on the shelf and you need to buy something and literally the price says it depends, is y'all gonna buy? But yet we expect people to do something for us for doing it that way. Anyway, I think I picked that up enough. So again, people can disagree so they can agree with me. And this is the other part I'm not that. For my apostles right now, literally 2 days ago, yeah, it was Sunday. I opened up a spreadsheet. I was like, okay, what are the actual hard costs? Y'all write this down for me to perform an apostille in the store. I have my pricing brackets on how far I'm travel and for how much, right? I decided that my business for me, 0 to 10 miles is this amount, mileage wise. 11 to 15 is this amount. 16 to 25 is this amount. That's where I started. got that base for myself in my business. Some of you is super easy. Your state will say you can't charge more than IRS, which is 70 cents. Easy, right? But for me, I'm not limited to that in Georgia. My client just has to agree to it, and then I can charge them, right? So I started with that basis. I was like, okay, because I gotta travel. Because for me, because of where I live, I'm 20 minutes away from the culture of the office. Who is this? Miss Lakeisha. I think you're a customer I know that you actually did. But I'm really close to the facility for approximately like 20 minutes without traffic, right? And so I'm like, okay, I know that's 20 minutes there, which is 20 miles approximately because I take the freeway every time. I know that's 22 miles. So 22 miles there, 22 miles back from my house. So automatically, bare minimum, I'm charging that 44 miles. I told her I have tiered pricing. Right? If I go this far, is this much. If I go this far, is this much. If I go the next far, is this much. I know that, right? I have that broken down. And then I say, okay, for me and my business, majority, I had to look at my past clients. For me, the majority of my clients that I do an apostille with, they're in my area because they're Googling me and I'm coming up first on Google. Today I came up first in Stone Mountain. Stone Mountain is not close to Swanee. I was like, look, you got to meet me halfway. You got to meet me more than halfway. We ain't doing that. I'm not going that far out because you're not going to like my price. Let's just be for real. You're not. So you already cheap. Let's keep it cheap for you. Anyway, I digress. Um, so I like, okay, my average clientele, it is there literally about 7 miles. Like they average more so than like 4 miles, 6 miles. On one day, they average about 7 miles one way. So I know I'm charging them 7 miles there, 7 miles home. I know it's 44 miles to that place. So I got my base price on my. I just did the average, right? Of course, if it's more than that, I charge that base price. And then I look at what are my other hard costs. I was trying to do it off the top of my head. Let me see if I can express real quick. I didn't finish it, but I started it, right? Um, which drive do I have that in? It is the official Gen mobile notary drive. Let's go back to there real quick. Sorry, y'all. I apologize. Let me get over there. Um, and this is something I'm not open to. I mean, I'm open to sharing it, but just not yet, right? Because I'm still figuring it out. Because I'm like, I know I'm missing something. Right. My drive. Look, now I don't know where it is. This is a problem with having too many Google Drive. Marketing material, no. It's in the finance folder. Question is, where the heck is finance? The email is probably over there. I feel company, right? Let's see. Google through Gmail. Oh, there it is. So I was looking at it, and it's like, okay, duh. The doc processing fee is like, okay, I got my mileage down. Let's move this over so I can see. I got my mileage down. My average client is about 7 miles away from me. That's one direction. 14 round trip, 44 up there to the place, and whatever. And I charge accordingly because a lot of times I go to my client, I come back home to my home office, and then I go the next day. Or if if it's early enough, I will go the same day. And then that means after I come back from the location, I come back to my home, I scan a copy of the apostille or I take a picture, and then I go to the client. So I go like I get my mileage accordingly, right? And then I have my doc processing fee. How long, or like how much does it cost me to process it? What are the hard costs? No markups, what's the hard I get that down, and then if they need a notary service, do I discount my notary service like during this process? I personally do. I'm already here. I got to go there and pick up the document anyway. I'm not charging them additional travel fee. That makes no sense to me. And then for me, I know this is another controversial thing. What does my business pay me on an hourly rate? I get all those hard costs down. I feel like I'm missing something. Right? That's why I'm not sharing this spreadsheet yet. I get those 100% hard ass costs down. Oh, and tax reserves. That's not a hard. That is a cost, but whatever. I'll figure that out later. And then I say, okay, this is what it costs me to process an apostille, and then profit. because my company still needs to have money in the bank account at the end of this transaction. Because if the company is paying me, when I say that I'm worth an hour, and this is reasonable, right? It has to be reasonable for my numbers to work. I have my hourly rate, my mileage, my notary fees applicable, and then the processing fees. Because here in Georgia, for you guys who want to do apostilles, it is, I mean, it's $3. But this is the thing. If you have 1 to 10 documents, you have to show up by a certain time, or you gotta wait. Like you gotta wait like an hour, 2 hours in the process. They can get it done a lot faster, but that's just I build that in, right? And if you show up with 11 to 20 documents, you gotta show before a certain time, or they'll be processed the next day. Which means, guess what? That's 44 more miles for me that I gotta do that in. So I have to know all this, and then, like I said, the profit after my company pays all the processing fees, all this kind of stuff, pays me an hourly rate, the time that it takes. I budget 2 hours. That's because of how close I live, right? There's 2 hours picking up the phone, talking to a client, going meeting them, up their documents, notarizing their documents, come back home, prepping my apostille folder, make sure I fill out all the documentation, going up to the office, sitting there waiting for the process, come back home, and it takes it back to the client. All that built in, I say it takes me about 2 hours, right? So the company pays me accordingly for that. And then again, how much money do I want left over from the transaction to sit in my company? Once I got all that figured out, I put my price on it. I got to adjust it. It's too damn low right now. I knew it was too low. I knew it was too low. But now that I did that math, I know how low it is. And I'm like, that ain't going to work. Right? Because what it was doing was after I got paid, the company was lucky to have $5 left over. I don't know about y'all, but I cannot run my business on $5 per transaction. If I did, I need hundreds of transactions a month. That's just not going to work. And so I fixed that number. I was like, this is what I need to run my business monthly. Now I run this on a shoestring budget. If I don't have big expenses for that month, like paying for my LLC, renewing that, renewing my insurance, like all that kind of stuff, if I don't have a big expense, it costs me $2, $230. Let's call it $240. It costs me $240 a month to run my notary business. And so I have to make sure that I can cover that cost, pay myself, do all the other stuff, and spend money in make. Because I run my business on a very shoestring budget because I whittle away all the extras. Before, y'all used to cost me, I was paying $900 in ads alone, right? In marketing, I should say, in marketing alone was $900. And so it was costing me like 1,500 bucks to run a business that was kicking out maybe 25, 3 grand a month. It was too much. So I had to fix it. Anyway, sorry, that was really long, but I want you guys to understand, like, that's how I figured it out. That's why I can confidently post my prices online. And again, it's still because it's a starting act. Like, if you my next door neighbor, you bare minimum gonna pay this, and nothing less, nothing more. You paying this because you right next door. I know my math. But if I got to go further, it will be subject to additional charges. And I have not had a single client want to dispute that. Right? There's some people that call me just because they Google and look at none of my stuff, and I'm like, oh, here's the price. And they're like, click. Or they're like, oh, let me get back to you. And like, they're not calling back. Right? But people who go through my process, who look at my services online, this is the thing. My online services are set up for prepaid. So they already know. They already agree. They pay for it. I just get shocked when a client show up on my calendar. I'm like, oh, I guess I'm getting out of bed right now to go do a notary appointment, right? But thank you, Ms. Porter. I appreciate it. You said you like the way I have my stuff. I know I went on a tangent, y'all, but I had to feel like I had to get that out. Ms. Constance, okay, cool. I saw that you're going to be emailing me. Ms. Natasha Jones says, I'm sending in my notary application next week in Texas. Woo-hoo! Let me write that down because that's a win. At the end of a call, y'all, the flow. I'm trying to get better at the flow. We will do some wins. I will, because I missed your win yesterday, so I will make sure that I post I talk about your win tonight. And Dean, if you're still here, was it 6 or was it 7? Let me know the number. Was it 6 or 7? So I can make sure I quote the wins. The Dean win correctly. Dean win. 6 or 7. Okay. Yep. I'm a snack officer program. Her profile training is amazing. Perfect. You guys are sending praises. Michelle W says, DSW real estate is sleepy. Market is unusually quiet. Look, y'all, it's not just me. 7. Okay, Dean, cool. Got it. So it's not just me. DFW, y'all know it be popping in Texas. Y'all know Michelle. I'm gonna be out there in if nothing changed. Look, if those planes stay in the sky, I'll be out. I'll be there so I'll try to make sure that I schedule. I think I'm going to be there for a week or 8 days. I'll try to schedule to meet up with notary buddies. Like, hey, this week on brunch spot. Make it if you can make it. If you can't, you can't. That's okay. So I will do that. Um, my first priority is to go to my friend's wedding. Uh, first priority is to hang out with my best friend because he's flying in from Germany. And I gotta spend time with her and my nieces and nephews. She's had 2 kids, or she's had another kid since she's moved out of the country. So I gotta get to know my new little niece. Okay. Uh, Miss Lakeisha said she's an introvert. Got it, got it, got it. We were talking about that already. Exactly. It scrolled on me. It jumped. Let me go back to where we were. We almost no questions. Yes, I honestly love to. I would love to be remote as well. Look, Lakeisha, I would too. As soon as it is available. That's the thing. This is the thing about being remote. Look, it ain't my space. It ain't my niche. I tell y'all who to talk to. Amy, and also I need to see if I can have a call with all something signings. I can't remember her name, y'all. I can't remember her name. But I follow her on TikTok as well. She's always talking about Ron. She's doing lives about Pactina, the Pactina platform. I want to see if I can have a conversation with her to see if we can have her come on for you Ron people that want to get more into it. Right? But this is what I was going to say about Ron. Just because we don't have it or already have it, it don't change. Y'all know my Ron notaries out there. I'm going to call you my Ronnies. My Ronnies out there, you guys know it's the same thing. Like, oh, it's so. Like, how do I get business on Ron? It's the exact same thing. We got to market. We got to go to these back to these business basics, which I'm going to eventually get back to. I'm with you on that. Yep, Miss Danielle, I see that you're agreeing with me. IPJ Notary Service. Hey, Notary Peeps, how's it going? I didn't see you sneak in, but I appreciate you being here. Danielle, I appreciate the goats, the GG, what a cotton candy heart. I like that. The roses, all of it. I appreciate it. Let them cook. Miss Candace, how's it going? CRM. I have to go check my all these TikTok messages. I looked today and there was like 40 message requests. I told y'all stop messaging me on TikTok because I won't ever get to it, right? But I did see somebody on there who wants to talk about CRM for notaries. I'll see if I entertain it. Melissa, we use the same scanner. I don't know if Melissa saw that. You're talking about Melissa out in Tampa, Dean. Ms. Porter says yes, honesty and transparency. Like I said, I ain't dashing nobody else because their business model can be honesty and transparency as well. It can just mean something slightly different. Did it freeze or was it just spring? I think it was just. I'm just. Um, but Corinne, I saw that your video that you were doing. That you got your staple supplies. So that's that paper. As soon as I saw the paper, I'm like, I need to order that paper. It's cheap. It is cheap. But y'all know that locally, at least for me here in Georgia, if you want to go get one ream of legal paper, I went to 4 or 5 different stores. They were all out. The one store that I went to that had a ream of legal paper, it was $32 for the ream. I'm like, I'm talking about sheets. I'm talking about like 500 sheets. I'm like, what are you doing? It was not printing or nothing. So apparently we had a shortage on in Georgia. Apparently we had a shortage on legal size paper. So right now, if you guys are not aware, I will mention again, Notary Buddy. Hold on. Sip water. So now I can talk about the Notary Buddy community. If you guys are not aware, if you're in the Notary Buddy community, for those on TikTok, for everybody else, it's in the comments. If you're in a Notary Buddy community, there's a section in there that is resource, or no, that's under supplies. So one of our Notary Buddies shared that Staple has like, they always have crazy deals on paper. A lot of times you have to buy the whole case. At the same time, the whole case can be $40, right? We have some crazy, amazing deals that pop up from time to time. And right now, if I'm not mistaken, the legal paper is like $3 and some change. And so I saw a Corinne that you ordered a few. So I need to make sure I order myself a few because I don't know about y'all market, but my market, it was hard. I literally had, I needed 11 pages, 11 legal size pages printed out, and it had to be in legal for this particular attorney. I went to multiple stores, couldn't find it. I had like 5 crumpled up sheets left at the bottom of my paper drawer. I was like, that's not gonna work. I had to pay FedEx for 11 sheets of legal paper. I even asked them. I was like, hey, because I know FedEx and UPS will sell reams of paper from time to time. I was like, do you have legal paper in stock right now? I don't care if it's a ream. Go ahead and put this out. I will buy it immediately because I know it's going to be cheaper than $32, right? They're like, we literally just opened our last ream and put it in there. Somebody already printed like 50, 60 pages. And I was like, they're like, we can't get any either. I'm like, are you serious? So I had to pay them for 11 pages. Anyway, go buy that $3 ream of legal size paper because paying for 11 sheets and having to pay like I think it was like $12 for 11 sheets. I was pissed. I was I got the client taken care of. That's all I needed. Dean says, I'm not worthy to be a guest yet. Boohoo. Dean, you are. First of all, now that you're on TikTok, I keep forgetting because you're always over on Facebook. Now that you're on TikTok, I can get you up here. Just on Facebook, nobody, I mean, you guys can't see over there, but people couldn't interact with you over there because TikTok, this is where we get hundreds of people tuning in. On and off, right? But they're not always here. But Dean, let's get you on the calendar. Ain't no calendar. Just tell me what day you want to do it. You know I'm here Monday through Friday. Just tell me which day and we'll do it. Miss Mercury says, yep. Miss Constance, okay, they're singing your praises again. Dean says he's gonna call me Raggedy Andy. I just know. That's what it was. All I saw was Raggedy Andy as it was scrolling across my screen. Let's see if I have any other questions. I have my price on my website. I know what it is, but it works for me. You know your business. And this is the thing. This is the other thing I want you to say. They're not stuck. Change it. Like I literally just I can literally log into my website right now. And I'm like, oh, and I did. Like this needs to be at least $50, $75 higher, and I did it. Like who's it hurting? It's only hurting. It's only hurting you, right? But if, oh, sorry, I thought I heard my business phone. But it's like you do a client, you charge them $100. The $100 is not enough for what you are doing, right? Legally, for what you're doing or whatever you're obligated to do, $100 is not enough. You gotta charge next client $100. Charge next client $150. Okay, $150 meets your price. So I don't. It's not too crazy, right? People, um, the prices are online. I'm like, you see it 45 today. Tomorrow I may redo my numbers. Right? This part says, in all honesty, I want to fix my prices. Can you not? Oh, can you note? I see what you're saying. Can you note that is your base price? The price is very absolutely. So this is your website. Ebony, what's up? I was about to call you and interrupt your live, but I will just roll up. Oh, you got to roll up and tuck me. Look, we can talk because this. Look, I woke up at 5 o'clock this morning to wish my girl Ebony, because if y'all don't know, she's on her exercise journey. She's on her exercise journey. And 5 o'clock this morning to be her cheerleader, to congratulate her and cheer her on. I sent that text, I sent that meme, I went right back to bed because I ain't up that early. Right? And then I rolled over. I was like, oh, I gotta be awake. Let me wake up. It was like 5:59, so I'm like, oh, I might as well go ahead and do that. But anyway, and we got some drama to catch up on. So we got some tea to talk about. Y'all know how you got your friends. You have your friends. Your friend is my friend. And so we got some tea to catch up on about this business. Yes, you can go ahead and say that your prices vary. 100% is your business. There's no rule that's saying that you can't, right? But at least people know what you're starting at. He's gonna drink some. You knew it, Dean. Best say something about the Notary Buddy community. You knew it. I didn't even see your comment, but y'all know if I can bring up that Notary Buddy community. I want to call it NBC, but it sounds too close to something else that's already out there. So I'm not gonna shorten it. So about the Notary Buddy community, I gotta take a sip of water. This is my tea, so I don't talk about it. Oh, good. So IPJ, you gotta tell me your name as well, sis. IJP says you can put your cost and then say additional charges may apply, right? Just be careful with that. Anything like price may vary and all kind of stuff. Don't have somebody look on there and expect things to think they're gonna pay 125, 150, 170, 45, 25, whatever your prices are, right? And then They ain't getting nothing extra. It's still the basics. Like it is like extremely basic and good. And then you're like, oh yeah, my prices did say they vary, so they expect me to pay 25, and then you turn around and slap them with 125. Just be reasonable, right? Or don't put your price at 25, because that's one thing I know for me when I had my office, my lowest price in my office was 15, and I made that mistake and said prices starting at 15. And then when people book a mobile appointment and it's like three times that amount, they're like, why? I'm like, because that's my in-office pricing. So I learned from that and I separated them. I had a mobile pricing and in-office pricing. And sometimes because the first home that I was in, I had a I, yeah, I had my home office and I had my office, and I did see clients at home office because I set it up that way, right? It just came down to the basement, split level entry, so it just came down like 3, 4 stairs, and there's an office right around the corner. So I did meet clients there, and so I had to adjust the pricing for the two. That part. Yep. Go to Stone Mountain. Look, you live out here. Stone Mountain is hard. Stone Mountain is far. It is not close enough for me to go. Even the back way through Stone Mountain industrial traffic is awful. It is. It is. And look, I've done it. That's why I can say it's too far. Because when I first started as notary, I was new to Georgia and I didn't understand Georgia traffic. I didn't understand the traffic patterns. I didn't understand. I'm like, because where I came from, I can go like I can get to end of the city in 20 minutes. If we got traffic, okay, 30, right? Georgia, I cannot get from one to the other end of Lawrenceville in 20 minutes. That ain't gonna work. I'll see you at 45 if I don't hit no traffic. Right? Things are just different here. Let's see. Corinne asked was so for Secretary of State apostille fees per document. Sorry, Ms. Corinne, just saw your question. Yes, it is. And my research and all the things I've done, all the apostilles, all the research I've done, I have yet to see any state out that charges you per page, per doc. If your doc is look, if the document was this thick and there was only one thing in here that needs to be authenticated, one page, because all of this was information in the last page of the signature page, they're only charging you that one doc. They're not charging you all 25, 30 pages, right? Um, I always have to caveat, I believe I know that to be true, but I always have to caveat it because there's going to be this weird one random situation. But I'm 99.9% sure that you're being charged per um, doc, not per page. Um, y'all look, I know for a fact that it's that way, but I always have to throw that caveat in there, right? Just in case. Oh, cool. Miss Constance sent me the links. Also, when we're done with this live, I will update the links in the community. I have all her new links and all the things in the training that I've been talking about for your profiles, signing orders, snapdoc, all of them. So, yes. And look, Miss Corinne, I know you didn't ask this. Oh, please, you're having to hand them the mail back. Yeah. Okay, cool. So, you guys, that's one thing that when I was talking about my pricing and my spreadsheet. Um, for me here in Georgia, well, that's not true. I did have one client, but typically for me here in Georgia, my business is not at the stage where I'm shipping things to. And if I do, I charge it pretty easy. I just hop on FedEx, um, unless they want DHL or something like that. I hop on FedEx. I'll tell you guys the secrets. FedEx and UPS. I hop on FedEx. I see what their quotes are. If my client has a deadline, they need something guaranteed. I never send it down. I don't care how cheap it is. It can be $12. It can be $3. It can be free. I ain't gonna never send it ground because for a lot of times, specific for UPS, I can't remember if FedEx does it, but UPS, if you send something UPS ground, they don't. There's no guarantee when it's going to be delivered. I always send it via air. Uh, Okay, yeah, I always send it via air, and here's what I do. I check the rates on FedEx, UPS because they're pretty comparable. Sometimes they're way different, and I say, hey, this is the cost, right? I'm sending it like I'm going to be sending it next day air, 3-day air select, whatever I choose. That's going to tell them that's going to be the cost. I know a lot of people are like, okay, then you need to mark it up 20%. That's fine. However, I told y'all, I put y'all on game, pirateship.com. So far, it's been supremely trustworthy. I've done my research. I told you I believe the only con is if you get lost because you're using pirate ships to send it, you need to get them involved in a lost package, right? Versus if it was your account and you did it on UPS, you can call them and say, hey, I should this on the account, it's lost, let's start the process. That's the only con I've seen so far. And it's not that big of a con. I used to work for UPS in office, so I know the process very well. Anyway, I quote them that FedEx price or that UPS price, and then I go straight over to Pirate Ship. Pirate Ship only lets you send the UPS or the post office. So USPS or UPS, they don't have a contract with FedEx. So I go over to Pirate Ship, and that same day, next day air, second day air, 3-day air select is going to be a fraction of the price. I love sending things 2-day air. On UPS, FedEx, it might cost me $50, $45, just depending on where it's going off orders are, time of the year. One time it costs $5, right? Pirate Ship cost me 12. The most I've ever paid on Pirate Ship was like 20. That was multiple locations, but again, it cost me on average $12 to send. So yes, I will quote that 45, and it cost me 12. That's my instant profit. Instant profit. So I told you all that before. I'm telling you again, that's some free game because people ain't telling you all that, right? So if y'all look and see my prices, because if y'all want to look at my shipping prices, look at my out of state, and I tell you, it's on my website. Go look, genmobilenotary.com, apostle prices. Some things are wrong, some things are glitchy. I'm trying to fix it. But I straight up say this does not include shipping because I'm going to invoice them separately for shipping. When I build shipping into my costs, I absolutely can, but that means I have to charge everybody. And again, my business right now is not built on a lot of shipping. So therefore, I'm not going to do that because I believe for me that's unfair. I'm going to charge you an extra $70, $50, $60 on average, no matter what, because that's the only way I can post my prices. So therefore, I took shipping out of my prices. I would love to designate one day a week just to bring it possible to Secretary of State. So I would too as well. Look, I don't get enough, and so they're far in between. At this point, last year I was getting consistently. So I got to look at my marketing. I got to see exactly what's happening. But I was consistently, and I just take on the next business, right? Sometimes the same business as I mentioned. But I do want to have a thing where I have like, okay, I got 40 to do. I'm gonna go drop them off. I know I got to pick them up tomorrow, right? Or I have a runner drop them off, and I got to pick them up tomorrow. Something like that. My business doesn't pay me zilch. Not thing in the first year, right? I at least want to start business to get paid because that's my source of income. Let's see. Let me ask you some more questions. Let me go through these. Facebook and YouTube. If you guys have questions, please DM. Like I don't know what's going on, but Dean, did you get booted off of Facebook? And they are having some issues with all this. And I realize it's not me. They're just doing stuff. Ready to see for some more of these questions real quick. Danielle, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Heart, the roses, the little finger heart, whatever it's called. I don't know what that means. Oh, I did remember that on TikTok. I can do something. I think I turned it off. I think I can do the heart shape and it'll draw a heart on the screen. All that kind of stuff. Let's see. I run on French fries, string budget. Look. And then we still allocate more to your budget than I do, right? In the beginning, we got to run on those string budgets. We got to. People that don't, they don't be in business for long, or they start feeling, and I have to say it, they start feeling beholden to their business. I want to say they want to like they feel indentured. There you go. The other word, the S word, right? They feel indentured to their business, like doing all this work. Hold on, TikTok, you can re-verify. Oh, I failed the verification. Hold on, y'all. I am a human. I promise. There we go. I'm back. Danielle says she liked my tangent. She learned so much from them. I try to stay on topic. It's still hard. This is my brain. Like this is literally my business brain. I tell you, I've mentioned it before. I prefer to wake up and start diving into business immediately. But I have chores, right? I have house chores. I have to wash the dishes from dinner, right? I have to do that. I sweep, I vacuum. And if it's a Tuesday or a Thursday or one day of the weekend, I clean the bathroom, right? I clean the bathroom on 2 days. I have chores throughout the week. So I can't immediately start into my business. But once I do, I even tell my husband, I was like, we need to have like quiet time, like no talking, like only music. And I need that at least for 1 hour minimum. Ideally, I want 3 focus hours where I do not get interrupted, and that's when I do all my business. Because then I'm like, okay, this idea, and even when I'm thinking like this, and I was like, oh, there's an idea, I write it down, push it to the side. Because if I don't get it out of my head, I'm gonna ponder on it, right? Writing it down and pushing it to the side means I got 600 pieces of paper with notes on it, but it frees up my head, my mental space, so I can think on what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to accomplish in that 3 hour chunk that I give myself. And running a mobile notary business just makes that very different because at high productivity hours are literally before 2 p.m. If we hit 2 p.m., we don't know what type of productivity I'm right? Unless I'm really in the zone, and then I look up and it's like 1 in the morning. I'm like, holy crap, I haven't eaten today. I love those things, right? Because I'm in the zone. But running a mobile notary business, I'm getting calls, I'm getting interrupted, text messages, signings coming out. It does interrupt. I try to get those focused 3 hours in as best as I can. Um, so my brain is already always tangential. But all right, let's see. We feeling good on time tonight. Let me blow through some questions. We gonna like do wins and probably wrap it up. It's not Friday, but let's get it done. Better ask these questions. I think because my other two platforms I can't see anything, so I don't know what questions were there, so I can't even go off for them. What do you think of direct marketing to businesses? Look, Miss Lakia, right? Lakia, see now I messed up. 100%. Where is, hold on, real quick. I gotta look at this real quick because I talked about the community and I didn't let people. But, what do I think about marketing direct business? Absolutely. Mr. Keisha, look at my, I'm just trying to get you to watch my TikTok videos, but I do have some videos on there. I try my best to like name them, title them appropriately. But I know right now, because last week we talked all about this, right? Most. But the videos that I'm putting out right now, I do believe they're out or they're coming out the rest of this week. I will be posting throughout Saturday and Sunday just to get that little quick thread or thought of videos out, right? Which I normally don't post. I'm already put for it. But those are really talking more about businesses and things like that. But I absolutely believe for our business, I talk about more of business partnerships. That's when I say business partnerships, that's directly marketing to these businesses and getting and repeat business, not transactional, because that's where the motion. That's where my business pounding my head against the pavement without joining this process and become a signing service. How do I get repeatable business in this notary space? And I believe, I know for a fact that's my issue. That's why my business struggles, right? That's why my business struggles. And if I'm feeling this way, I just assume that the rest of you guys are as well. How do we take this very hyper focused transactional business and make it consistent, right? And every time I think a big picture, I'm like, the answer is signing service. I'm like, I don't want to tackle that, right? That's I'm crying. This is strong. Dean, y'all strong. Y'all stronger than me. I ain't got the patience to tackle that. Because look, you got 2 strikes and you out with me. I call you for some great, you're working. Fantastic. That's not a strike. But you literally tell me you're available, and I was like, hey, I prefer you to take care of this because I trust you, blah, 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 blah. And you ain't available. I'm like, oh, no, that's the right one. Y'all, I hope she ain't watching. But my own mama gets some strikes, right? Strength is the truth. And so I can't do it. The signing service is not my calling, not at this time. So I'm trying to think when I say direct marketing to businesses, get back on track. Direct marketing to businesses is how do we take the transactional business that's a wham bam thank bam, because a lot of notaries on this TikTok app is like make $100 in 10 minutes. I'm like, how do you build a relationship with your client? And like, how'd you do that in 10 minutes? That lets me know your business is about sliding that card, like stamping that stamp, sliding that credit card, wherever you collect the money. No, it's not a sustainable business. You're gonna work yourself to death. And I'm sorry, I did not start this notary business to work myself to death. My last business, again, was in real estate space. That business was reoccurring, right? How do I make this notary business reoccurring? I thought I figured it out. I tested it out. It worked, but it worked for a short while. So I'm like, well, Ladero, don't be a lazy Raggedy Andy. Get back out there and do the exact same things that you did to build these recurring um, aspects of your business, and just do, instead of relying on 3, do 15. Right? And it's like common sense, duh. But then we get so caught up in the moment of, oh, I can go do this notary call and be done. That's part of the reason I don't do field inspections. Part of the reason I don't do all this other kind of stuff. Because my market is not consistent. I wish I could show you. I'll take screenshots and post it. Field inspections in my market in the last month, maybe 10. And they're all 20 plus miles away, and they're only offering me $15 max. Y'all know for me to go 10 miles, if I leave my friend door, it's $40. Like, I'm sorry, I can't go all the way over there, go drive one way 20 miles, and the next inspection is 10 miles apart from that. It just doesn't work in my market. Maybe if you're in the city of Atlanta, maybe it's just hitting for you. But out here, boony, they call them. Some people think I live in the country. I'm like, no, I don't. But out here, it ain't worth it. Um, yeah. Anyway, let me get back on topic. I can send you some. Okay, Ebony, I got mine from Quill using a business credit card. Got plenty. Oh, okay, Ebony's talking about you already. He's talking about the legal size paper. Oh no, let Georgia go. We got trees. We got hella trees out here. I'm like, why we ain't got no paper? Who's telling me why we don't have paper? Let's see, Ms. Gerald Lee says she just got her commissions. What printer do you recommend for newbies? Ms. Gerald Lee, I wish I could give you this answer. I'm gonna say the one that's not inkjet, and the one that's in your budget. That's a real quick answer because I don't know how long ago you asked that. I don't know if you're still. But apart from that, what's your goal? What are you doing? Are you trying to be? Are you in a state where you can be a loan signing agent or a notary signing agent? If that's the work that you're looking for. Just check your market first, right? If you are, sign up for the platform. Sign order snapdocs. Who's actually coming out? Just because you're no, they can, from my understanding, they can say I don't want these kind of people, but a lot of times they just mass send it out, right? If you are not seeing anything, then probably don't go all in for the big dual tray, all that kind of stuff. 4 years in almost, still single trade. I have a brother got it from Walmart. I was not happy about the price, but I did get it on like a sale. It's like 189, 200, something like that. Right? Maybe I'm lying. Go back and watch my YouTube videos. I'll tell you exactly how much I spent on it. But I only know that they've gone up. And that single trade printer has worked for me. I did a lot of assisting with real estate transactions in the beginning. I'm in Georgia. It's not called loan signings here. I did assist with a lot of those in the beginning, and this printer worked just fine for me. And in the beginning, I did not have $200. I used another business to fund the startup for my another business. If I had to do it shoestring budget, bootstrap my way through it, oh no, I would have had to put that on a credit card or something. I had to borrow money from my mom. These are real. I don't know. I had to figure it out. I would have to go DoorDash. I wouldn't be able to take signing in the beginning. But that's the answer directly, real quick. The one that's in your budget and the one that's not. No calendar. Miss Danielle Dean, I would say you ain't no calendar. Just let me know what day you want to do, and we'll do it. Right? Ms. Porter says, I am more comfortable posting prices. Just want to put it out there. Then just do you. Ebony, I already saw that. Petty Betty. Ooh. We got to talk tomorrow, Ebony. I know you're going to be up at 5:15 working out, and we'll talk. I ain't waking up that early again. Unless I got to start working, and I can't work that early. I can't make too much noise because then the dog is going to wake up, then my spouse is going to wake up. I need my morning peace. So I lay in the bed for 2 hours approximately. And during that time, I'm doing research. I'm reading notary laws. I'm reading other states' notary handbooks because I'm a weirdo, right? I'm talking to ChatGPT for at least like 45 minutes. Like, hey, Chat, this is what I'm thinking about in my business. Can you help me figure this out? I'm like, hey, Chat, I better build a pricing calculator for me. Not for you guys, but for my actual business, so my clients can play with the pricing. They're like, oh, I need a power of attorney. I need this. Here's my address. This is what dude's going to charge me when he show up, right? I built it for me. I put it on my website. I'm like, here y'all go. I need to update it because I did update my prices. Dang, let me go back to these questions. Let's go through them and get going. Um, we'll get on time. Miss Rachel says, I'm a teacher looking to become a notary public. Hey, Miss Rachel, welcome. I don't know how long you said it, but if you're still here, welcome to the space. I know you say look to become a notary. So look, the first thing you're gonna do is start with your state. Whatever state you're in, Google your state, become a notary. Your state notary. Go to the appropriate, don't go to somebody's .com website, right? Go to your state, your secretary of state, your department of state, whoever handles it for your state, for us, Georgia Authority. I looked up in Alabama, was it Alabama? It's you guys probate courts that handle yours, right? So whatever competent authority handles your notary commission, go look, go make sure you can check off, are you the right age? Do you meet all their requirements, all that kind of stuff, right? Look at required training, look at required bonds, E&O, because that's all going to be startup costs, right? Look how much your application costs. Look at all of that. You're a teacher. I'm assuming I'm going to go out on a limb. I've never met an unorganized teacher. You're really organized, so you know how to search and get all of that together. You can start the process. I'm super excited for you. I'm counting that as a win. Even though you haven't started yet, I'm copying it. I'm putting it in when I talk about wins. You may not still be here, but we're doing it. Rachel Johnson. I love teachers. I mean, I had some good ones. I've had some not so great ones, but teachers always have always. They made me who I am today. Like seriously, if I didn't have certain teachers, this is look up. My ideal world, once I hit it big, I wanted to like, you know how they on stage and you give an Emmy, you give golden awards. You know how I like to think. I'm like, look, I have a list of educators I need to think, and you know, this is the problem. A lot of my real good teachers were up there in age, and it took me too long to become a gazillionaire, and they already passed on. So I'm gonna thank them in spirit anyway. So that's like my random dream. As Rachel says, how hard is the search process? Oh, I just talked about it. It's real. Depends on your state. But like, I'm about to be a little bit facetious. To start the process is a click. Click, click, click research. That's how hard it is, right? But it depends on your state. There's some states like Florida, you may gotta do 8 hours of training. I think it's 8 hours. I don't know. It's 6 hours of training in Florida. California, I don't know how you got probably gotta do 20 years of training first, right? I'm being facetious. Every state's different. Here in Georgia, depends on your speed. The training is probably 90 minutes. Some states there is no training. You literally click, fill out the form, you go and pay, and put your hand up, and you get sworn in. Other states, the process is way longer. They gotta wait. They gotta put you in Tennessee. They gotta write you in a big old book. All kind of stuff. I think that process is really cool. But it is so inefficient. Like, go ahead and digitize this so I can get my commission in 20. In Georgia, you get your commission right in and there. It takes 10 minutes after you pass all the others, right? 10 minutes. Thank you for talking about my decision. Yeah, Miss Porter. And this thing, we ain't not talking about this more, but yeah. If in the future you change your mind, go ahead and take prices. Thank you for sharing your amazing information. You are welcome, Danielle. You are more than welcome. Danielle gonna be my new notary phone buddy. We've been chatting. Oh, Danielle, did we talk about your win? Because it happened over the week. I mean, we talked about it before it happened, but your signing your first your appointment happened on over the weekend on Saturday. So I will put that as a win as well. Y'all look, this is I only know let me send that message to you. If y'all get a random text from me, I apologize. I don't know who number that is. I was just starting a text thread and keeping notes, and I accidentally sent it. Y'all will be fine. Whoops. It's all the wins. Ms. Danielle had a win on Saturday. Let me go text myself. Let's open a text thread to myself. Like the live, everyone. I appreciate this concept, reminding people like that. I appreciate it. Let's see. Sky says, hello, Mike. First time on your live. So much great information. That's interesting. I really want to create space for another day to get info. It'll be nice if we film it for y'all talk, so I don't have to talk too much sometimes. I came here because this was where the cool kids hang out. Got it. Got it. You're welcome. This is amazing stuff you've given us. I appreciate it. That's smart. I would use this strategy. I don't remember what I was talking about at that time, Miss Danielle, but we'll use it. Write it down, use it. How do you market to attorneys in Georgia? This is great. You're in Georgia too, right? Let me see how many other questions we got. I'm gonna come back to your question. That's free. Let me just answer everything else real quick. Ms. Constance says signing services are not for the weak-hearted. Look, uh, I know my role in business and I know what I can tolerate. Um, you guys, I'm nice, right? I'm always nice. But when it comes to the operational side in business, I am not cutthroat because I don't have the heart to be, but I can be very direct, right? That's this man over here that's been running businesses with me for 11 years. I've been asking him. I mean, I kept him out of my notary business for the longest, and I don't think he really wants to run it with me at this point because I can be a little bit too direct when it comes to the operational side. It's like, okay, this test needs to be done. It should take 3 hours because I've done it. I know how long it takes. It should take 3 hours to get it done. I'm talking like CEO level tasks, right? And I'm like, it should take 3 hours to get it done. I'm going to first time doing it. 5, maybe 6. Definitely not tomorrow. Tomorrow, I check. I'm like, why the heck is this not done? I need this piece done so we can move our business forward, right? And I'm not being mean, right? I'm not being mean, but that's the things that need to happen in operation of business. There can't be no slack. If you slack at your job, what happens? We need to start treating our business that way. We can still do it kindly, right? When I had my team of VAs, all 7 of them, you can ask any of them. Technically, we had 9. You can ask any 9 of them. They would be happy to come back and work for us, for me, in a heartbeat. They loved the way that I operated business. I was extremely nice. We were extremely caring. When I said, hey, I need this done, it got done. There was once, maybe twice. It didn't get done. They understood. From that point on, Ladero is so amazing. Ladero is so nice. But that's for sure done. It needs to get done, right? They understood that. So that's why signing service is not for me. Because if y'all notaries don't do what y'all supposed to do, we won't have an issue. I'm gonna ask for your phone number and I'm gonna ask for your mama's phone number. Because I'm gonna need to call your mother and let her know her child ain't doing what they're supposed to be doing. Because I ain't got time for it. I'm gonna have your mama calling you. They're like, look, you don't know what they're calling you, you go out there and do your job. Because he's never done field inspections. As Constance says, my first printer was a used one from Craigslist. Absolutely. I told you this when I furnished not my apartment, but my office. When I furnished my office, all of the stuff, unless it came from Dollar Tree, all of the stuff in my entire office, and those of you who visited my office in person before I shut it down, it looked nice. People are like, we got some nice stuff over here. Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. I furnished because we were looking at like a realtor next to me, the broker next to me, was one office over, was the same size as mine. She outfitted her office most like $7,000. I'm like, ooh, nah, man. Look, we gonna get a full. I mean, I did have an official desk. I'm like, I get a folding table from $40 from Walmart before I started building out this. I mean, her business is more profitable, right? When people are like, oh, how much did it cost you to build out your business? I'm like, well, first of all, it took over months because I was on Facebook Marketplace. I was gathering things. Ooh, that looks really nice. I go and buy it. I go put it in my wall. I cover it up. I go put it in. I go, I just piled up stuff. And then I'm like, okay, let's get an office. Let's move into it. I had all the things I need. And they, for a full office, remember, she spent $7,000. I probably put like $300. My printer, the same one I got right here, it cost me like $200. I spent $45 on it. It's still new because my tip was to look for businesses that are going out of business or they were closing. People were retiring, right? They closed business. They're couldn't make it anymore. They're retiring or they were moving and their location was smaller. Don't do it the first date. They're going to still be strict on their price. My dad will been up there for a week. He's been up there for 2 weeks. He's been up there for a month. And he started negotiating on the prices. So I tell y'all, that office was good and it was cheap. It was. Let's see. I received my notary packet and bond in Oklahoma. I don't know what's next. Who is it? Balin. Balin, join the Notary Buddy community. You're on TikTok. Join this Notary Buddy community. We can talk about it a lot deeper in there on what you have to do next. I need to know more. I don't know if you're still here. I need to know where you are. What does your market look like? We need to do some market research together because people will blanket. I can give you blanket. You're like, hey, this is the next step, which I do. Like, get on Google Business Profile, build out your Google Business Profile, start marketing, talk to local business owners, right? That's a basic thing. But if we want to look at a more deeper thing, let's do some market research. Um, and let's see, let's build a legit plan. Because look, people say, y'all don't get mad at me again, but people always say you need a business plan. They sell you these business plans, they have templates, they send you all this much money, or they'll take you through a walkthrough or a course to get it done. That's cool. But if your business changes tomorrow, are you going to go change your business plan? No, you're not. So create a business plan as a roadmap for your company. What do you want to be in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 7 years, 10 years? But what we need to look at is a strategic plan. And that's what I prefer to talk about because people don't talk about this in business. Yeah, business plan. Y'all don't have any business I started out one. However, I got that strategic plan. That plan is something that I change every month, every quarter. Right? I'm like, okay, the business did this. I need to adjust. I lost too much money. I need to adjust. The office had to go back. I love my office. I did not want to give it up. I literally moved. Every time we needed to move, I was moving close to my office. I'm like, nope. I need to get to work in 5 minutes. And we moved, and I hit one extra stoplight, traffic light, and it cost me 2 minutes increase. Look, I don't work for anybody else's job, and so if I got to go work for my own, obviously doing notary work is different. But if I got to go to my own office, I'm not driving 20 minutes. I'm driving 5, right? Anyway, sorry, that was random. So yeah, Bob, please join the notary community. Let's talk about it more in there, right? Let's do that. Now, I did skip somebody's question. Let me go back up. How do I market to attorneys in the state of Georgia? Ms. Bree, if you're still here, this is my process. It can be completely different than everybody else. When we're talking about personality types, I'm not extremely outgoing all the time. I will get back in that bed so quick, right? That's my personality. My husband calling me a hermit. I'm like, I'm working, so whatever. I'm a working hermit, right? I will get back in that bed so quick. Please cancel them. But how I market to attorneys, I stop them on the socials first. 2 methods. Social media, because again, I'm a computer entrepreneur. Social media, I stalk them on social media. I talked about that before. I talked about it a lot. Estate planning attorneys, this is my bread and butter. That's who I'm stalking, right? Because that's what's hot in the space right now. And so I see them on social media. Because they're all running ads. So if they run an ad, it makes it super easy to target them. I go look on their social media page. I follow, I like, I comment. I do all the things that how TikTok says engage the bottom. I don't share their stuff, but if I am compelled to share it, I will share it to my business page's story. So it goes away in 24 hours because I don't have to water down my brand by sharing other people's businesses on my business page. I don't need to water down my brand. That's my thought, right? And so I will do it that way. And once I comment, I like, I share, guess what? They got information. They got the address a lot of times. They got their website. They got their phone number. They got the email address. If they don't have that on Facebook, then go to their website and find it. Send them something. Be careful about that. I don't like talking about it because there's rules and all the regulations you gotta follow. You gotta get permission to, right? And text. So that form of marketing, follow the law. Don't do what I do. Don't do what I tell you to do because you'll end up in jail. Right? So once, this is my belief, if you put your email on social media on your website, you want me to email. Like, why is it? So therefore, I will email you and or call you, right? And so that's the method I use AI to help me craft an email. I believe in a notary community. I've given you guys my email. Like, hey, this is the email that made me like $1,500 from working with the. I've given it to you, right? Maybe it was $500, maybe it was $2 only. And I gave it to you for free. So I do stuff like that. That's one method. The other method is go where they're hanging out. If you're a people person, if you want to go out to places in person, go where attorneys hang out. You gotta do some digging, you gotta do some sleeping. Maybe it's network meetings or attorneys. Go pay the price to be there. Introduce yourself, or maybe there's a board meeting, things like that. I don't know, right? Go and do that. That's the method. Their business cards, contact them. A lot of attorneys, at least here in Georgia, they have a no soliciting. So I'm not going into their offices and trying to pick up calls. Another thing is I've gotten connections from attorneys from clients, right? Because the attorney will draft a document, The client, they did it all remotely. The client needs the documents to be notarized. They Google and they find anytime. Today I did I 9, not attorney, but I did an I-9. Anytime a client or a employee of a company reaches out to me to do something on behalf of that company, but the company made them find their own notary, I reach out to that company because guess what I can say? I can say, "Hey, is this the office of attorney, like Attorney Sharon?" Yeah, it is. Hey, this is Carol Wharf. I'm a mobile notary. Your client Susan loves you, by the way. We had a good time talking about you. She loved that you did this job. You know, this her plan, her power of attorney. She really enjoyed blah blah. Blow some smoke, right? Real quick. Um, and say, hey, I'm just reaching out to your office with maybe an email if you don't want to make a phone. I'm just reaching out to you guys to let you know that your client Susan or something I named, she thought you were amazing, and I'm pretty sure you have other clients that feel the exact same way, and they may need a mobile notary for documents to draft. I'd love to be able to offer that service to your other clients. Now instead of waiting for their clients to find me on Google, the attorney has access to me directly. And I've had a few attorneys refer me that, but you gotta come correct, right? You have to come correct. I prefer that because that's gonna be, even though I can ask the client Susan to do a warm introduction for me. Susan might take a week to do it. I ain't got time for that. Right? So I'm gonna go ahead and introduce myself as well. I would, if I was smarter, I would ask Susan to still do a warm introduction email. I would actually write the email, send it to Susan and say, hey, can't you send this to your attorney and carbon copy me on it? Right? I would be smarter if I did it that way, but I just thought about it and I don't. But that's literally how I've got some of my attorneys. So I do the Facebook method, the Facebook, Instagram, whatever method. I do not scroll on Facebook posts. I do not scroll on this. I open Instagram maybe once a month. If I'm over there on Instagram scrolling, it's because I'm looking for some more attorney clients, right? Oh, another method, sorry. If you don't like either one of those, the last one I'll move on. That's how I started as well. I just Googled attorneys near me, but you get niche. Don't just do attorneys in general. Do specific attorneys. Do you want to work with what attorney? What is the accident attorneys? Personal injury attorneys. Do you want to work with them? Do you want to work with attorneys in the family law sector? But again, that's even more niche. Do you want to do a divorced attorneys? Do you want to do estate planning attorneys? Do you want to do attorneys that only like business attorneys? Their whole thing is to do acquisitions and mergers, draft those contracts. It's super niche real estate attorneys, right? Super niche, and then target them that way. But just make sure AI is your friend. You do sound educated, but you don't want to sound like a robot. The email, I'll say this and move on. The email that I did write and send out, it was very, it wasn't me, it was AI. The tools that I use, I'll just say chat, and the other one I can mention because I've had those experiences. We have another business paying for that tool, right? But uh, the email that it wrote, it crafted an email that brought in, because it turns out marketers are in a certain age group, so it brought in something relevant for their age. I talked about it before. Elder law attorneys, thank you. State administration attorneys, thank you. Add into the list. But it brought in Back to the Future. Everybody knew that movie. I've only ever watched it once. That is something that was significant from their generation, right? Star Wars is significant from certain age generations. And so our newer attorneys, I still got to figure them out. I don't know what's relevant to me. The attorneys that are my age, I'm like, well, yeah, I'm old enough to be an attorney. Right? If I would have stayed in college, I would have been. I decided to drop out. So I got to remember like Nickelodeon. That was hot. I got to still figure our generation. Hopefully, that's help. Never got focus section. My first French was on Craigslist. Oh, okay. Let's see where we're. I don't think these questions real. Daryl, stay focused. Yes, we talked about it. Yes, talked about a win a couple weeks ago. I'm still waiting on payment. Look, Danielle, we're going to announce that win again. Was it really February 22nd? Time flies. Not your mom. Yep, Miss Danielle. I'm gonna call their mama. If they don't do their job, I'm gonna call her. She gonna get them straight. All my stuff from previous employers, and customers. Awesome. They ain't talking about business, right? Business or suppliers. I think business because they paid me. succession plans too. Be aware of ICANN, spam, and Acto. I know that's what Dean brought it up. Like he's a techie person, so I'm like, y'all don't do what I tell y'all to do. Y'all go to jail. But again, oh, did I tell you I mail it as well? If you don't, if the email is too much for you, do it like write the email and print it out. Mail it. I literally go get a stamp, I get an envelope, and I print it, put it in a piece of print on a piece of paper, put it in an envelope, and mail it. People get mail all the time. Emails are far faster, but you can mail it if like the ICANN spam act is something. But as I said, I do like to be introduced or like, hey, I'm reaching out because I served one of your clients. Do you use a registered agency to receive your legal notices? Look, Patricia, I don't. I don't. Um, I just personally don't. I mean, my business is because it was a lot bigger of a business. Like we were like our revenue ranged anywhere from I'm talking about the good times, 30 to 50 grand a month. I did at that point because I want to stay hidden. I want to stay hidden. I'm not that I shouldn't do that kind of stuff for my notary business. I should, but because right now I am the face of my company, the easier I am to find, I prefer that. That's a personal choice. Right? I know my notary buddies that are ladies, you guys have to consider safety. Right? I do as well, but my life is built in such a way that everybody knows, right? You step foot like CCTV can see you a mile away, right? You on your camera from here to Timbuktu, right? So things like that. I have animals that are protected. I have there's a lot. There's a lot of layers for me, right? So I'm okay with doing that. Electricity and color TV. that's what was popular. Okay, I was concerned about using personal address. So Miss Patricia, if you want to, that service, let me add more on that service. You can do a like service. The ones I use was an attorney office, and honestly, I remember how much it was. I think it was like 125 for the whole year. So it was not expensive. It wasn't. This was 2021 and before, right? Now I have no idea what they charge. But I like some attorneys, some offices, they will have a registered agent service where you can do that. Or you can do just like another regular agent. When I had my office, I was considering doing it for other people as well, right? Because the rules from remembering, it was a couple years ago now, you had to be able to have somebody there that during business hours that can accept mail, and then you needed to have like mail slots for people, like for businesses, right? That's super easy. Go online, figure it out, buy it, go to Walmart, get the cubby holes, the ones that have like the squares are like this big. I think they come in like a row of 3 or 4, and just stack them and do it that way. It's super duper. But I just never got to that. I'm mobile. I couldn't stay in the office enough to make money. So those are options, and those were cheaper because I was going to be offering that service for $50 a month, right? Because that's what I did my research. That's what the market was charging. So you can do that kind of way to like hide your address if you want to. Send it to your cousin's house. Like you got a cousin that's right? So like let them be your Tommy says in West Virginia we have to have a address. I got a UPS mailbox address. That's interesting, right? Every state's different. In West Virginia, you gotta have an address. That's very interesting. So we got a UPS mailbox. Hi, Notary fan, Miss Peaches, Miss Patricia, you got cousin Philip on. I mean, I'm trying to do better and end these a lot earlier. So we just hit the 9 p.m. mark. Let me see, I got messages. Okay, cool. I see you're asking questions in the community. Cool. Yeah, I don't think that the other channels were like stream like they weren't working. So whatever. So um awesome, awesome, awesome. Looks like we got TikTok covered. We didn't really talk about the basics of business, but I think throughout my entire conversation, right? If we need to hit on it again, like for real, stay focused, we can talk about it. It'll carry over to tomorrow. Get back to the basics of your business. And again, some of us don't know what the basics are. That's the problem. I'm trying not to stretch myself too thin by recording like all these courses and masterminds and all this kind of stuff for you guys. Because one, it is free, right? I can't keep stretching myself that thin. Um, but like, if you don't know the basics, you don't know what to get back to because the basics are not being taught out here. I'm sorry, y'all, they just aren't. Like from my experience in being in business and seeing other people killing it in business, these basics. Did I just get a cowboy hat? I did. I saw a cowboy hat quickly on the top of the screen on my head and a mustache. I appreciate that. Um, yeah, I'm gonna try to figure out how to do my sister. Oh, I have an appointment for my niece tomorrow. I need to take my niece to the doctor appointment. But anyway, basics are important. Yes, we need to get back to the basics, and I'm trying to. Maybe I'll just do a PDF on the what I believe the basics are. I'm not talking about knowing the education. We know that. I cannot harp on that enough. I'm talking like basics for building a business. Like people talking about it. The number one basic is you need people to pay you or you don't have a business. So therefore, my brain basics is client acquisition, customer acquisition. And so I think that that's going to be my thing. I'm just going to probably talk about that until I'm blue in the face until I get it figured out. I don't care all the need in the world. Your training ain't going to get you. But anyway, let's not end on a somber note. Let's switch up this music. Let's do some wins. Let's open a Notary community. Let people in. Do we got new wins up in there? I'm bad, y'all. I did not post any wins. I don't see any wins apart from what we just already yesterday. So I'm gonna let people in, and I'm gonna talk about the wins that I have in the chat. But let's switch up to some hype music. I don't know what hype music means, but we about to figure it out. I think we did this last night. I had a list of what I want to listen to during this, but whatever. Um, we'll do it again. So let's get it done. It's not that hype, but I like it. It's not easy. So let's go ahead and you know what? Nice. Back to fill my flow. I love it. Okay, let's get these done. Let's get these done. Let's go ahead and let people in the community first, and then we'll do wings. Miss Lakeisha out in Georgia. I got you, sis. Let me make sure you're in Georgia. You are in Georgia. I got you. I got you. Copy. Since you are in Georgia, I'm going to let you in the overall group right now, and then I will go back and head you to the closed Georgia community, the closed Georgia group. For those of you guys again that's listening, the Georgia Notary community is open to all notaries all across the country, from the East Coast to the West Coast, from the North to down to the dirty South. You are welcome to be here, but know this: if you're in Georgia, I will make sure I add you to the community and also to a closed group because I'm a Georgia notary. I can talk about all things Georgia, right? I can do that competently. So it's open. If you're on TikTok, go to the link in my bio, request to join, answer the 3 questions. Everybody else, it's already in the comments for you. It's a pinned comment on YouTube and also on Facebook. Who else we got? Miss Natanya? Like that name. Texas, I got you, sis. You are in the Notary Buddy community. Miss Bridgetta. Oh, that's Bree. I recognize your photo. Miss Bree, I got you. You're out in Georgia with me as well. Got you. Let's go ahead and get you in there. And Miss Bree and Miss Lakeisha, I will make sure I get you guys in a closed Georgia group in a minute. But let's talk about some of these wins. If y'all got some wins, maybe try not to get distracted. Y'all got some wins, go ahead and drop them down, right? Wins. Let's see. We had, what is that? Oh, you over there liking my live. I'm like, what is that tapping sound? I'm assuming you liking my live. One of our notary buddies saying, I forgot to put your name here. Sending their notary application in next week. She's out in Texas. She's going to be joining the notary game. And she's glad that she came across my page. So congratulations to you out there. Dean, a win from yesterday. I forgot to share with you guys. He has been working his butt off for his business. Y'all remember he's a service. He has connected and brought seven estate planning attorneys. Y'all see I had the count, right? Seven estate planning attorneys into the fold. So what that means for my notary buddies out in North Carolina, make sure y'all connect with them, make sure you're educated. Lie, correction. As of today, he brought 9 in. He brought 2 more in today. So he has brought 9 estate planning attorneys into the fold, which they will be sending business. Dean is only one person. He can't take all those jobs. So because he's building this relationship, that's a win for all of us, right? That's more of us can get business. That's the kind of stuff we need to talk about and celebrating, right? Because so many people are like, I. It's not about me. When I do my appointments with attorneys, I tell y'all, look, I'm about to go get us some business. It's always an us. So I really appreciate that, Dean. Getting us some business. Miss Rachel Johnson, who y'all saw, she's a teacher, she's looking at becoming a notary. I'm calling that a win because I love teachers. Right? I love educators. Miss Danielle, on February 22nd, we already talked about this before, but we talked about it before it happened. So she successfully, on February 22nd, pulled off her first assistant with real estate transaction. Um, she called me. We went over those documents together, and she took some copious notes. She got there. She did what she's supposed to do. She got the documents back to, mailed out to the client where it needed to go. She's still awaiting her payment because y'all know we got to get paid. We're going to be honest over here. But I'm counting it as a win this thing. When you get paid, let me know so we can count that as a win as well. Y'all know we got to get paid. So, Miss Danielle, job. Congratulations to all my notary buddies that joined the community tonight, right? I need to start thanking you guys. I appreciate you being here with me. That was it. Do any more wins? Did I miss any wins? I think that's it. TikTok, stop being bad. I think I got all the wins, right? That we and nobody else listed it. Before I go, get put a comment in here. Said for you guys getting business, get to know elected officials. Look, if y'all follow Ebony, get to know the elected officials referrals. If y'all don't follow my girl Ebony, she is over with Business RX on TikTok. She talked about this. She 6 nights a week, y'all, 6 nights a week, $300 a week. She's getting from notarizing documents from elected officials. Look into it. Get on that business. Don't pass that bag up. So anyway, my notary buddies, I appreciate you guys being here with me, hanging out with me tonight. I will be here live Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday. I committed a whole another month to do it. Monday through Friday, April gonna change because I'm traveling a lot in April. But Monday through Friday for March, I'll be here 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Come learn. Let's hang out. Let's grow. I want to do more interactive stuff, but y'all be tearing these comments up. I love it. But I want to put some of you guys on stage with me, right? Let's talk. I want to hear your beautiful voices. I want to see your beautiful faces. But that's it, you guys. I am going to go ahead and wrap it up. I did not do that much earlier. We're 15 minutes before time. So, as I always say, my notary buddies, you guys always be safe out there, right? Always be safe out there. Be kind no matter what. And remember that you got this. I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Bye, yeah. Nighters, Dean. Nighters. Hold on. Fat finger, jiggly tripod. I gotta hold it. Now hit in. Oh, I'm real. I can't be nothing but me. I got one. Where is it? YouTube. Bye, YouTube. In life.